All right. We're going to talk about this. So alert New Zealanders, they're coming for your doors for WRONGTHINK. This is a video
This video is from the YouTube.
that's actually been suggested by Squirrel. So we're going to go through and play this for you guys now.
YouTube channel Rahara K. It was published on May 5th, 2019. And this guy is visited by Jacinda Ardern's jackboot New Zealand police thugs regarding the incident at Christchurch.
Just want to make sure we get. Just wonder what you guys can come on. I invite you on. Okay. So what's going on? What's?
You.
I'm Nick. Yeah, I'm Nick Bush. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. The reason we're here, it's basically down to the recent events in Christchurch with the shooting there, right?
Yeah.
Based on that, sort of a number of people have been identified of we've been tasked to go and speak to. So you're one of those people. That's
Really?
why we're here. Yeah.
So what specifically?
So that's
was
what I
that?
want to talk to you about. But
No worries,
I'm
Squirrel.
not really comfortable discussing this with you while I'm being filmed.
A number of people have been identified.
I'm not really comfortable, ready to discuss this while I'm being filmed. I wonder why. Maybe because you know it's going to end up on YouTube, right? Is that the possibility? Just putting it out there.
regard to the Christchurch shooting, and these cops have been tasked with talking to those people. What this usually amounts to is an investigation of people who commented on social media about the Christchurch incident, and the New Zealand government has money to make and prisons to fill. So naturally, they have to go out and harass the public. And this cop is probably not comfortable discussing this while being filmed because he doesn't want it to be broadcast to everybody in New Zealand that Jacinda's task force is closely monitoring the social media posts of all New Zealanders. There are 3 rules when considering talking to cops that can save you tons of grief down the road. Rule number 1, never talk to cops. Rule number 2, never talk to cops. And rule number 3, when in doubt, refer to rules 1 and 2. Now, if you decide not to employ the first 3 rules and want to talk to them anyway, never talk to them without recording the interaction.
I'm not really comfortable discussing this with you while I'm being filmed.
This cop is called a public servant, but he's made it clear that he wants to have a private conversation about a public event. An event whose mere distribution of a recording obtained from social media has led to the caging of those who distributed that recording. And the funny thing about cops is they don't like it when there are recordings and evidence of interactions. So naturally, this cop wants to have a chat in private.
No, I think you should be because, I mean, you've come here on a Sunday morning.
Yes.
It's 10:15, isn't it? Right?
Yeah.
And you've come here onto my property and now you want to discuss something.
Yes.
So I think we need to get a record of this and make sure that whatever you're doing coming around here, and I notice you've got your gun on your hip there, and presume the lady here's also got a firearm.
No, she doesn't.
Oh, great. Okay, well, but hope that you've still got one. So you come around here and you're, well, I'd say, intimidating with the firearm, right? And if you want to talk, if you'd like to talk to me, that's fine,
Yeah.
But I'd like everyone else in New Zealand to know what you're coming to talk to people about, right? And what's the issue, especially on a Sunday morning,
So are you willing to speak to me off camera or not?
This cop really doesn't want there to be a recording of this investigation regarding Christ.
So my response to that would be no. Because I tell you now, cops, especially in Australia, have watchers. And what they do is, if there's something that they might need a recording of, or something that they think might go a little hairy, they tap their phone, they tap their watch, and that activates a recording. So it's weird that a cop, especially in Australia, has no problems recording you. Not to mention, body cam footage and everything like that. That's okay. But when you want to record them, that's all of a sudden that's not available. It's a little weird to me. It's yeah. By the way, if you don't know about that watch thing, check it out. It's actually legit.
Christchurch. And why is that?
No, I'm not. I think it's important that people understand the direction New Zealand is going, right?
All right. Okay.
And
Just give
that
us a
you,
minute then,
that
right?
the police officers, okay, I'll find, if you're becoming that sort of,
What time? So you've obviously, I understand that you're upset that we have.
I'm not upset. I'm just interested in what the police have become,
All right.
and
Okay,
what they're
just-
becoming
Just
a
hear me out
suppressant
here.
agent, political. They've been
Hold on a
politicised.
sec, just
No. I think that you guys need to realise. What did you guys join the police for?
It's not about
What
that.
did-
All right. Listen.
Isn't it?
Just hear
You notice he has a watch. I'm wondering if it's one of those type of watches that I told you about, actually.
me out because
You have to
I'm
ask
not-
yourself
we're not
some
gonna spend too
questions.
long here, all right? If you're not willing to speak to us off camera, then we won't speak to you. We'll leave. Okay?
He only wants to have an off-camera conversation. He's not willing to have anybody else hear what he's got to say. So there must be a reason for that. And don't think for a second that there's anything suspicious going on here, guys. Nothing at all. Nothing to see. And it's more than that the cops are just politicized, they're being politically weaponized. And those weapons are ironically pointed at those the cops claim to be protecting and serving. It's clear that this guy is being visited by the Gestapo for WRONGTHINK, and the armed enforcers are there to collect data from him for further investigation, which is not designed to turn out well in this man's favor. Cops are trained to lie, and they find that lying is better done off camera.
And so what will happen after that?
I don't know.
What
Look,
will most likely
what's
happen
happened
is
is
another officer will come during the week. Obviously, if you've said
Well,
you've
Sunday
commissioned with
Sunday
us,
morning,
you're coming
you
on
know.
Sunday
well,
morning.
when is a good time?
What's a good time for what? For another officer to come and tell this
Well, when's a good time for us to actually come around and fringe on rights and possibly try and get you to incriminate yourself or threaten you while you're not filming us? Probably never. Just saying. I'm probably always going to have the camera on me. Like I have cameras on me too. Don't worry, I have GoPros and stuff that I can use to record if I ever get visited by the cops.
guy that they don't want to be recorded either? And then will that law enforcer say the same things these badge thugs are saying? Will they then get stuck in a loop of showing up and not talking while the camera's rolling?
Well, a good time is when you want to talk. If you want to talk to me, we want to be able to. I would like, instead of you coming here and not in secret, but in sort of like, if you want to talk to people in New Zealand, then it should be open, right? And tell people exactly what you're asking them.
That's what we're
and,
here for.
and
We're here to talk to you openly, but not like this. Not with
Why not?
not being recorded.
So we're here to talk to you openly.
Do the cops over in New Zealand wear body cameras? So they can record you, but you can't record them. Kind of weird. Like I said, I don't have a problem with a lot of cops. I have a lot of good relations with police officers. But I think this guy is just doing his job. He has just been told what to do, and he's just doing his job.
But not that openly. We are here on your property to talk to you on our terms. Forget that.
why not? Because you're what? Are you scared that you might act a bit too intimidatingly, or
Am I being intimidating?
Never trust a soft-spoken, mild-mannered cop. Never. There's always an ulterior motive with cops. They're not there for your benefit. They're there for the benefit of the state.
well, you've come here on a Sunday morning with a firearm.
When's
That's
a good time?
intimidating.
When is a good time?
And especially when you told me you said, look, you've come here to discuss the Christchurch shootings, and
No,
I
didn't say
No,
that.
you said,
I said
people have been
it's-
identified, right? And
Anyway, I'm not
how
gonna get into
have
this.
you
If you're-
identified me? So you've been, I presume it's Facebook,
I'm
right?
happy to discuss that with you, but
Yeah.
not on camera. So
No, well,
I'll
I'm
ask-
not.
I'll ask you again, are you
I
willing
think
to
it's
talk to us,
super
or-
important that people understand what you can become political agents to.
Walking away from a conversation while a person is talking is pretty unprofessional.
It is.
Okay, so come back whenever you like. We'll discuss it. Bye bye.
This is what happens when we give up a little essential liberty for the promise of a little temporary security. And when we do that, we deserve neither liberty nor security. It's probably not a good idea for this guy to have told the cops that they can come back whenever they like. I just hope he keeps the cameras charged and ready to go for the next visit, because there will be another visit. They don't let things like this die, and they'll never let a good crisis go to waste.
Well, that was interesting. So that only, yeah, well, my God, what is New Zealand coming to?
Leave your comments about this for the world, the Google Thought Police, and Jacinda Ardern's jackboot thugs in the comments section below.
So yeah, very good video. Guys, if you haven't seen or subscribed to High Impact Vlogs, he has a few channels. It's High Impact Vlogs, High Impact Flicks, I believe it is. Very worthwhile subscribing to both those channels. He does a really, really good job, and I do love his videos. I hadn't seen this one. It was only published a couple of days ago, though, yesterday, so that's why I haven't seen it yet. But yeah, really good. Go check him out, guys. He's really cool. I might also try and reach out to the guy that was in the recording. He did link to his YouTube channel. So I might actually go through and see if I can get him to come on and have a chat to us. So yeah. But yeah, look, as for this, look, guys, always record the cops. Always record the cops that turn up. I am in the midst of putting security cameras around my house. Half of that is to record anyone from Antifa. The other half is to record the police officers or whoever it may be that turns up. And I want to make sure the cameras have microphones so that they can actually hear. And that's why I'm doing it too. But yeah, if you ever get visited by the police, make sure there's a record of it, and make sure you have a record, not just body cam footage, because they can always decline to give you that. And like I say, even if you have to do it covertly, obviously, you know, keep in confines of the law, so to speak. But at the end of the day, yeah, like even if it's like a one-party state or something like that, and you can do it covertly, just upload it to YouTube. Even send it to us. We'll always run the story. We're always looking for stuff to run. Alright, so, thanks for putting it out there. Volume, yeah, I've done that already. Unless you're unless you're a Freemason, then you get the free police professional courtesy. Like if you're drinking and driving, no fine, they drive you home instead. I've never been, to be honest, intimidated by a cop with a gun. That's standard practice in Canada. Yeah, I've never really had a problem with, you know, a cop walking around with a gun. I've seen them in Australia doing it. I don't have a problem with it. If he pulled it out and was aiming it at me for no apparent reason, then I would say that was threatening. I think that might be a little hyperbolic on that guy's part, but yeah. I am intimidated. They are different to us, US if not recorded. Oh yeah, okay. Gaming podcast, Recamp are pretty good police and have automatic weapons. RCMP. I'm presuming that's like Royal Canadian, Mounted Police, maybe. There's the city cops that sometimes I get a bad vibe from. Yeah. Yeah. The police out in the country and all that are pretty good too here. Where I live, they should be recorded. I always record. I've been like, if I don't like them, cam, leave. Yeah, that's what I would have said too. I would have said that every time you guys turn up, you'll be going to be recorded. If you don't like that, then don't turn up anymore. What's wrong with the police in New Zealand and the AU and Europe? I don't know what's wrong. They're just doing as their jobs. They've been doing as they've been told, man. And Jacinda Ardern over in New Zealand is a far leftist. It's what you get when you get Labour in charge. Australia was really, really lucky to dodge that bullet that we had on the election, to be honest. Our cops are weak, but at the same time, they don't act this odd. I've actually once been defended by a cop when my girlfriend lied about me and the cops caught her in the lie. Yeah, I've had him defend me too. They asked me if I wanted to press charges when I was younger. Yeah, not all cops are bad. No, that's true. I've had some good run-ins with police officers. By all means, we're not saying that all cops are bad. And like I said, I don't think this cop here is a bad cop either. I think at the end of the day, he is trying to do his job. And he has been put in a situation where he has been told what to do by his powers that be that have come up from, for example, on a by Jacinda Ardern and her thugs. So I think they've been told by the police commissioner to go and investigate these guys, check these guys out. And it's probably going to be similar to what we would have seen over in the UK, where they're like telling people to stop being, thought police. And yeah, not all police, but awesome. Always record. A lot of them are just people, and main issues they give them quotes they need to meet. Quotas, yeah. That creates conflict of interest and quality arrests. Yeah. See, this is the thing, right? Police have no problems recording you. So I think they think you should have a problem with recording with police. So, yeah, I think he did right to turn around. I agree, he should not tell them to come back anytime, because they will. He's literally given them that permission now. But yeah. Good cops don't mind being recorded. Yeah, squirrel. That, or he knows what he's about to say is not right. He knows that it's going to go up on the internet and he's going to get exposed for it and possibly lose his job. So, yeah. The Royal Canadian Mounted Police are more separate from government, I think, above. Yeah, true. But guys, let us know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. What are your thoughts on this? Would you have recorded it? Would you have would you have stuck to your guns? Personally, I would have. Do you think at the end of the day that they're going to ever have that off conversation, or do you think it's always going to be recorded? I imagine they're probably going to try and drag him down to the police station next to do question. In that case, he just basically has to ask for a lawyer, and that way he's got a witness or something. But I would say the next step that they're going to do is probably drag him down to the police station for questioning, because that way he won't be able to record it. But yeah, ask for police, ask for a lawyer or something.
Published on May.
Yeah, I would start looking into your rights, man, if I was this guy. But let us know what your thoughts are in the comment section below.